Tonight on Piha Rescue, a man is close to drowning.
Stay up! Stay up!
Extraordinary surf wreaks havoc between the flags. And a family has a terrifying ordeal.
Coming, they're coming. Dead, dead! She's gone!
Piha, midsummer, mid-afternoon. With water temperatures above 20 degrees and an incredible surf, today is ideal for thrill seekers. Despite the colossal waves, it has been quite a quiet day for the volunteer lifeguards. In the next half hour, large amounts of water will be pulled out once the outgoing tide kicks in, guaranteed to stir up the rips. But Patrol Captain Andrew has another worry.
Oh, it's looking a bit nasty because the sun's glaring down and it's quite hard to pick out the people. But that's all right. It seems that the people themselves are almost looking after themselves in a way.
So far, the holidaymakers have stayed within their limits. Even the fish are swimming between the flags. Suddenly, right in the break, a family is in trouble. They're aiming for shallow waters, but are being pulled backwards by the current.
Okay, can you see them? I don't see anyone. Neither. You need to go and talk to them and find out where they are, okay?
They're in the place where two rips meet, with no hope of getting themselves to safety.
Richard, got a radio?
Top swimmer Michael is quick to respond. Richard and Campbell race to launch the IRB. The group is now in the nastiest position, locked between the walls of whitewash and the faces of steep waves. And while Campbell cautiously maneuvers the boat through the breakers, lifeguard Michael gets a hammering. Because of the glare, it's almost impossible to track the group in trouble. Michael finally reaches two boogie boarders. The third caught a lucky wave in on his own. The woman is stunned at how quickly she got into danger. Her friend manages to reach safe sands on his board. The guys in the IRB treat this run as a training session, a valuable exercise in these conditions.
You all right? Nose up, front, front, front!
One very relieved Scotsman back on shore.
I was just hanging on, trying to stay above the waves, that's all.
I was out with my friend, and the next thing we were just getting pulled further and further that way. No buoyancy, you're out.
Yeah.
And I was taking too much water and I was stuck.
I thought I was a strong swimmer there, but it just gets the better of you, doesn't it? Yeah. There's no arguing with the waves. When they decide they're taking you somewhere, they take you there, don't they?
The woman's quick to give credit where it's due.
That's all right. No, it's fine.
That was good.
Yeah, you're all right?
Yeah. That just told me like I've never
felt before. Yeah, it seems to be the way.
Strong swimmer.
Yeah.
Not over cocky, knowing rips, blah blah blah.
Sneaks up on you, doesn't it?
And I was just getting more and more pulled out there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and I was keeping within the flags thinking it's okay, and I could see everyone standing there, but I was out in my depth there, and the waves were getting bigger, and I was just taking more water, started to panic a wee bit, and that was game, set, match.
At times like this, meters can seem like miles. and staying calm is near impossible.
Panic. Beginning to realise that I was never going to get to shore unless someone pulled me in. I wouldn't have made it without someone pulling me in. Looked for swimmers for flotation devices, knew all the kind of stuff that you had to do, but still going to someone doesn't get to me soon, I could be in real trouble. So it was that, I was on the edge. More support for you from now on then.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Just half an hour later, in the same rib, two swimmers drift further and further out.
Where's our Piha Rescue?
They seem calm in light of the danger they're in. Dan and Ellery won't take chances in these treacherous conditions and head out to make sure all is okay.
The patient is out by the barber's chair. If you could head out there, please.
Copy. Where? Barber's chair.
The barber's chair is a rocky outcrop close to the head of Camel Rock. They find a solitary swimmer. The other one's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, hey, thanks, man. You lost the quarter, man. What's that? You lost the quarter? No, I'm not. Oh, okay. You want anyone, or you? Yep. Actually, my toes come back and I'll fall on the plate. Yep, thanks, mate.
The IRB crew races back out to find the man's son.
I had a son with me, and he was getting tired, and I thought it was better that we got him in smartly. We put him on a board with the surfing here.
Yeah, Dick, copy. Yeah, we can't see anyone out here. Can you, have you spotted anyone?
Yeah, right. You can just hang out there for the moment. That'd be great.
Copy that.
Fortunately, the missing son reports in, safe and sound. Suddenly, in the IRB, Dan spots a swimmer, way out of his depth and obviously struggling. He's climbing the ladder, desperate to keep his head above water.
Stay up! Stay up!
He's barely afloat. He's half submerged and has no fight left in him.
You alright?
He's not. He's clinging to Ellery for dear life.
Take on any water? No, it's alright, bro. Yeah? Okay.
Just take it easy, man. You okay?
He's not. He's in shock and can hardly walk after a swim that took far longer than he intended.
For 20 minutes, bro.
Yeah?
I'm really struggling, bro. When I come out, the water level f***ing gonna chew down lane. Yeah, my foot f***ing don't wanna touch the lane. Straight away.
Yeah, just giving it pain.
Did you swallow any water?
Nah, you're right. You might be going dizzy, yeah, like taking over the wall. I'm alright.
Dan suggests more monitoring in the medical room, but the guy politely declines.
I'm really struggling here, yeah. I think I'm gonna play. The water gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Then I put my arm for
Nice work.
save my life, eh?
Yeah.
He looked like he was flailing around pretty critically, I suppose you could say.
He told us on the way in that if we hadn't been out there in the next couple of minutes, he said he thought he was dead, so no, it feels real good to rescue someone like that.
There are 20 minutes of patrol left. Campbell sums up the ocean conditions in just a few words.
Messy. Messy and quite steep.
Suddenly, the guards notice a man frantically trying to attract the guards' attention. Michael is blinded by the glare of the late afternoon sun. From the deck, the guards monitor a big group of people. Another family, in fact, still in between the flags, but being taken out to sea, fast. Dan grabs Richard to be his crewman in the IRB, and Michael charges into the water for the 4th time today.
In the boat, look left-hand side of the flag, yeah. There we go. Hands up, hands up, hands up. There we go.
More people signal distress. Lifeguard Byron joins Michael with another tube. The glare makes it impossible to distinguish happy swimmers from those struggling. The whitewash dumps on top of the group. The rip carries them out further every second. Two members of the public prop a little boy up on their boogie board and try to keep him calm. Dan needs to point the IRB straight at the waves for the pickup, otherwise he'll flip.
Hold on, you guys. Who is it? Gonna get me? You guys right? Yeah. Wait, mate. Okay, mate.
The boy doesn't know what's going on in all the chaos, and he's terrified.
You okay? I'll take you to the shore, okay? Yeah, they're coming up.
Water cameraman Scott comforts one of the parents, still way out. Dan circles back in the IRB.
You guys all right? Yeah, Dan!
Driver Dan can't race over to the patient because another swimmer panics and clings to the back of the boat. It's not the boy's dad. And now they've only got room in the boat for one more. The woman has been pummeled by the surf and is barely afloat.
They're coming.
At the critical moment, a huge wave thumps them all, and she's gone. It's a midsummer nightmare at Piha Beach. The lifeguards are trying desperately to rescue a family trapped in the rips, surrounded by mountainous waves. The boy can only think of one person.
Mate, you gonna be alright?
Hey, baby, mommy's here.
He's fine.
It's okay, baby.
Dan and Richard charge back out to search for the boy's father. Mum puts on a great brave face.
Yeah, Daddy's coming. Yeah, no, they'll find Daddy, baby, they will.
It's the longest minute of their lives. Dan and Richard frantically scan the waters.
Well, we went out, we're going between the flags, and then all of a sudden a wave hit us and pulled us, and I couldn't touch the bottom anymore. And I was trying to swim and push him in front of me to keep him between me and the shore. And then it just all happened so quickly. It was just him first, and now it's, well, because Mike's still out there. His daddy's still out there.
Finally, lifeguard Byron has got Dad, fighting hard to bring him into safety. He has to pause to get him underneath every wave.
How heavy was it?
The IRB team makes certain every swimmer is safe.
Yeah, all good. So close.
Yeah, we got him.
The last half hour turned a quiet day upside down.
Please drop the flags. Don't cross them, just drop them.
Attention all beachgoers, this is the Piha Rescue. We are now going off patrol. We recommend you do not swim.
Mike's not feeling well, so paramedic and lifeguard Jonathan checks him in the medical room.
3 mouth cans and lots of volume to going out.
Fortunately, his vital signs are normal, but when someone is taken in water, they need close watching.
The key thing is that in the next 24 to 48 hours, if you have any breathing difficulties whatsoever, that's an immediate indication for you to be seen by a doctor. There's basically no see how we go type sort of thing. It's go to an A&M type sort of come and call for an ambulance. Okay.
Hey, thank you very much.
Hey.
Appreciate it.
See you next time, hopefully. Yeah. See you, Jordan. Yeah, you're coming back. Coming back.
See ya.
4 weeks later, they do come back with a large donation to the club and a box of goodies for the guards.
Yeah, I mean, we're providing something for the Surf Life Saving Club, but we also wanted as a family to provide something to you guys as well, and to thank you very much for your efforts and the efforts of your crew.
My way, thanks for this. Most people, you know, just walk off too embarrassed, so really appreciate it.
We were pretty embarrassed. Don't get us wrong there.
It's a natural thing to do, but
yeah. If it actually encourages any other people to come forward and recognise you guys, that's a good thing, because I mean, what you guys do out here is awesome, and more people should thank you.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you very much, and it's a big thank you from my son here. He really appreciates you hauling my ass and my partner's ass out of the water, and his ass for that matter. So yeah, no, thanks a lot. I mean, it means a lot to us and my family and all the people that know us.
Next week on Piha Rescue. 5 minutes into IRB patrol, disaster. Hypothermia strikes in midsummer.
Charlie, can you hear me?
Hand up, hand up, hand up.
And the guards face the biggest mass rescue Piha's seen in years.